Hello and welcome back to Flint Hills. We are now day 3, mid-spring. As you can see, we do not have that much money left, and our trees have grown. They've grown up to a nice decent size now, so that means I can no longer run through them. Good thing for you guys, make it a little bit more realistic. Bad thing for me, so can no longer cut the corners I used to. We did get our fields limed. I did field 40. I didn't do field 45 or our 2 new fields, just because, as you can see, we've got just over $10,000 left. That was from buying lime and just worker fees. I also did fill up our seeder here. We might as well get this guy fueled up and out into the field to start planting soybeans. We are within the window. We're not quite up to temperature yet, but that will be coming shortly here. Probably as the day progresses, we'll get pretty close to the actual temperature that we need, hopefully. And to be 100% honest with you guys, every time I've ever played Seasons, the temperature doesn't normally seem to matter as much as long as you are within that window. So hopefully, fuel costs, I know seed costs and fertilizer costs, we use solid fertilizer in the seeder here. Those prices will add up pretty quickly. And since we brought that new sprayer last year, which was the most expensive thing that we bought, minus the fields themselves, we will have to take out a loan again this year. Thankfully enough, we do have dry corn to sell on day 3 of summer, and I think the soybeans that we have can also be sold day 3 of summer as well. Yeah, day 3 for that, and the dry corn that we have we can also sell on day 3 summer as well. So the loan that we have to take out won't have to be left out there for very long. Thankfully, we'll be able to have it paid off before winter even rolls around. Oh yeah, I forgot. I left my fire truck out. Oh, the battery's probably dead. Oh, the fire truck did start. Perfect. I had the fire truck out just to wash off my vehicles out in the field while we were doing the whole liming thing. The lime took a very long time. I think I've been on this game save now for 2.5 hours, maybe even 3 now. I set it all up and I got some lunch, set everything up on a course play course, so that was good. I'm pretty sure this field was corn last year, so we'll plant soybeans in this field. Yeah, it was these 3 fields that were corn last year, so we'll do soybeans in 38, 27, 40, and 45, and then everything else will be corn. So I don't want to start planting the corn until we are within our window of opportunity, just to be on the safe side. Soybeans, as much as we can make money off of those, I don't think we actually sold any of our soybeans from last year yet, so I'd much rather make sure our corn's going to do better than the soybeans. So we're especially going to have to take out a loan, mainly because of having to buy seed and fertilizer, which, you know, nature of the beast, right? Drive course, first waypoint. Should get everything set up, ready to go. And there we are. We are putting beans in the ground. Ah, nice. It's a good feeling. Good feeling. If we come over and we look at our fertilizer, we should be putting down some sort of fertilizer, I would hope. Doesn't seem to be going down super quickly. And that's because soybeans take very little nitrogen to begin with. So we shouldn't really be putting down any at all because the soybeans use their own. So I'm not sure why we actually filled this up with fertilizer, but we did. There's that. I never noticed before on the help menu up there it says dismiss worker, even though we have a course play worker in there, and I thought I hired an actual worker by myself, but we didn't, so that's good. Our seeds don't seem to be going down super fast, so that's awesome as well. This is the first time we have been planting with precision farming, so just trying to make sure everything's going to work out there. The stagger is working pretty good. I was thinking about maybe upgrading to a bigger seed drill come next year. Would have been nice to do that this year, but just didn't have the funds for it, as you can tell, under 9,500 bucks. So, can't really win them all, that's for sure. This will take a little while, just under an hour. Yeah, it definitely takes some time with this. So, I'm not going to make you guys sit here and watch this steady for an hour. That would be very rude of me, and I'm pretty sure you would have clicked off. So, I'll see you once we get a bit of progress made. So, here we are. I figured, you know what? Instead of wanting to buy another seeder, we can plant soybeans with our planters. And I think both these planters are, well, will make up more width than what the one seeder that we have with, or working with, is. If that made any sense to you. So I was figuring, hey, why don't we just get both these guys out started in one of our bigger soybean fields? It only makes sense, right? And the fact that these planters take liquid fertilizer is fine, considering the soybean fields don't take fertilizer. So that seems alright to me, I would think. Seems like a foolproof plan, right? Right? Or maybe I'm just dumb and I'm not realizing something super important. But I don't think I am. These planters aren't quite the same. We've got the fold down wheels on this planter and the other one we don't. I don't know the exact options that are different between the two of them. There is something. So let's create a field. Fertilize and seeding. Generate. We'll want to do 2 headland passes with 2 tools. So there'll technically be 4 headland passes total. And we'll want to skip a row. Just for shits and giggles. Generate field course. That looks cool. And we're going to want to start at first waypoint. And when doing this, I normally just like to back up a little bit, just so the worker himself can get lined up himself. We'll click drive course on you. And we'll jump out and run over. Oh yeah, that's because I had him set up on the right lane, so I'll have to make sure this guy's set up on the left lane, which is fine. Let's go copy that one there, and we're going to want to be on seed and fertilizer, and one left. Convoy mode should be on, activated 100, start at first waypoint. You should get lined up. I just want to make sure that the convoy mode on the other one is enabled as well. There we go. Just in case they pass each other. There we go. So now we've got, how wide are these things? 12.2, so that's 24.4 meters of working width, and this guy only has 18. So we're getting an extra 6.2 meters of working width with these 2 planters compared to that one seeder. I just want to make sure that these are direct drills. They are. So the little bits that we did miss disking in the fall will get plowed under. So that's good. I think those might be the only spots that might get any nitrogen coming out of the planters themselves. But both these seem to be working pretty good. We are going to need to get our seed tender set up with just seeds in it for right now. And we won't have to put any fertilizer in that. And plus, when we switch over to corn with these planters, they take liquid fertilizer anyways. So there should be no need to put any sort of fertilizer in our seed tender. Yeah, that. So actually, let's get a semi hooked up to the seed tender. We'll use this semi. We don't seem to use this semi quite as much. We used the other semi on the seed tender when we were doing the liming. So we'll share the workload between the two of them. Mile them out together, if you will. So we definitely don't have enough money to even fill one of these hoppers with seed. We are going to have to take out a loan. And we're taking a loan out fairly early on in the season, but it's just what we got to do. Don't want to be broke. Well, let's just come around. Let's see how much seed we can actually get for $4,065. It definitely won't be a lot. Wonderful, 4,505 liters of seeds. I think that's enough to fill up one of the early riser planters once. So if I just hop into the rate menu, let's take out a $50,000 loan to start with. We will probably have to take more out, but just $50,000 I think is a good starting point. And we gotta let these hoppers fill up, which might take most of our loan that we just purchased, but it is what it is. So $20,249 for one hopper load of seed. It's just one hopper load. So, as you can see, our $50,000 loan is pretty much gone in one load of the seed tender. We're gonna need a lot of seed this year, I think. That's not including worker wages or anything like that. Yeah, we are going to spend a lot of money in material this year. Also, I'm not sure if you guys saw, I've got all three of my vintage tractors all parked out front on display. Apparently the steering all corrects itself once you exit out of the game. I had all the steering wheels turned, but it is what it is. I'm not sure which implement's gonna need refilled first, so I'm just gonna leave the semi parked right out here for right this second. Let's just do some tabbing and see. So our stagger here is at 70% worth of seed. And he is done a pretty good amount. Field 43 just hasn't been plowed, cultivated or anything yet, so it's still harvested from last year. We're just going to direct drill right into field 43 when it comes over to corn. But yeah, we're doing pretty good on this field already. He's, I want to say at least a third done on field 38. And he's still got 70% left of his seed, so that's pretty good. Can't complain there. Our one planter is just about done his first headland pass, and he's got just under 80% of his seed, so that's not too bad either. And our other one is on to his second pass at 75%. All in all, these guys will need to be filled up a fair bit more, just because their tanks are that much smaller. They don't have a big air cart on the back of them, so they can't be putting down a crazy amount, or holding a crazy amount of seed in the tank, just because the tank's a lot smaller. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, and that should be a pretty standard topic, but I've seen people ask that question before on other people's videos, so I figured I would just explain it. So this guy here says that it's going to take him 48 minutes and 43 seconds right now to complete this field without turning around and without needing to be refilled. So that's not too bad, considering this field is a lot bigger than field 40 is a lot bigger than field 38. That's not too bad. We do have a wider working width total with the two machines over here, so that's to be expected. But everything's going pretty good, and once something runs out, needs to be refilled, that's when I will see you next.
You seem to know something I don't. What's going on? Can you tell me what it is, please? I'm not that slow like you think. Strange vibrations in the room and I can feel it. I'm a hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my way. I'm a hurricane, always on top of my game. I'm a hurricane, I'm trying to get in my way. Oh, you rolling punches, I'm catching scars. I'll brush you off just like the dust upon my shoulder. I have a hunch of who you are. Believe it or not, I got the strength to blow you over. I'm a hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my way. I'm a hurricane, always on top of my game. I'm a hurricane, I'm trying to get in my way. Hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my way. I'm a hurricane, always on top of my game. I'm a hurricane, I'm trying to get in my way. I'm a hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my way. I'm a hurricane, always on top of my game. I'm a hurricane, I'm trying to get in my way. Hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my way. I'm a hurricane, always on top of my game. I'm a hurricane, I'm trying to get in my way.
And there we are, done this field. I've gone around and I've cleaned up all the corners because they always miss something. That's just nature of courseplay and having to make corners. Courseplay doesn't like the corners as much, and to be honest with you, even the in-game workers, well, they don't do corners. So one cannot be too picky when it comes to corners. Let's just get that kind of where it's ought to be. Make it look a little bit better. There we go. We'll fill up the tank on that. We come up into our menu here. You can see field 38 is completed with soybeans. Field 40 is doing pretty good too. Those guys will need to be filled up here very, very soon. And then we'll have to jump down into field 45. I think I'm going to do field 45 with the stagger, and we'll do field 27 with the two planters. But I don't want to plant anything else I don't want to plant those 2 fields until we get up a little bit higher in the temperature range. I doubt that we're going to have a frost, but I'd just rather be safe than sorry. Friday we've got 2 negatives, so we don't really know. It's going to be a little bit more windy on the Friday, but everything looks to be alright that way. We'll just shut our semi off and get this staggered down to the next field that we want to plant, which will be the lower field. Just so he's over there come tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get back into the field planting in the next in-game day. But if we don't, that's just nature of the beast, I guess. Get our 4-ways on and get hammering out down the road. I know I really shouldn't be driving the semi with a seed tender with 85% of a load into the field over crops that we just freshly planted, but hey, that's what I'm doing. Also, I really shouldn't be extending the pipe out while I'm driving down in the field, because the field would be crazy bumpy, but hey, it's just what we're doing. So, and I am way too far over. I can only imagine trying to do that in first person, how big of a pain that would be. And we gotta get back in the truck before it'll start unloading. There we go. That guy's filled back up. And start at next closest waypoint. Drive course, and away he goes. Apparently he's only got 8 minutes left on that course, so that's pretty cool. And this other guy will need to be filled up here as well, so they'll probably run out pretty much at the same location, I would think. So we'll just wait here for him to run out. I would say that he's still got a bit more seed left in him, which is surprising. He's made quite a far distance, more than the other guy did. But yeah, oh well, we'll just chase him down the field then, with our pipe out, which I'm sure is great. I hope none of you were here for realistic gameplay, because if you were, I am sorry, you are in the wrong spot. Can I load him up on the go? Is that a thing? Will he open the cover for me? No, it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like he'll open the cover. That's a shame. Oh well. And he's got 7 minutes left. Not bad, not bad. 2 of our bigger soybean fields this year are now almost fully planted. So that's good. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching today's episode. I'm going to keep plugging away. It is raining. Keep plugging away at the field. Get the soybeans in the ground for the rest of today. And tomorrow we'll probably end up planting the other 2 soybean fields. So that'll be good. Be nice to get all the soybeans in the field. And then we can move into corn. Then it won't be too much longer until we're into the field spraying herbicides. So now that we finally got the ball rolling, it definitely will not take very long for the snowball effect to happen. The next thing you guys know, we'll be back harvesting. So until then, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit that like button down below. If you like me and you like what I do here, hit that subscribe button. I mean, it really, really means a lot to me. I've got 220 subscribers now, which is just awesome. So thank you, one and all, for being here. It's great to have you. And with that said, guys, I will see you in the next one. Toodles!